YouTube? It's Michael from Asymmetrical Preparedness. This video is about prepper mindset, compassion. This is going to be tough as preppers because as a person of faith, I really want to have compassion for others. I do have compassion for others, but at what cost is that going to come in an SHTF event? And when do you show compassion and when do you not? Like I was thinking, when I was thinking about this topic, I was thinking about people showing up at your location, on your property, wherever you're at. You know, people showing up and asking for help, basically. Who do you help? Who do you turn away? It's going to be a tough decision. That's really based on your assessment, your ability to properly assess those people, their threat level, which you still don't ever know. You know, you could have a mother and two kids show up and, you know, begging for help or something like that, and you don't know. There could be 30 guys with, you know, heavily armed guys in the tree line watching the whole thing, seeing what you have, getting her on the inside so that she can assess your situation, or they can assess, you know, as a probe, where do your guards come out of, what kind of, you know, what goes on, basically. So compassion can be good. You know, I have good preps, so I would like to help others, and I think it also depends on the SHTF scenario. If we're talking total without rule of law, WROL, then I'll probably be helping fewer people than if it's like we have a massive earthquake here, or, you know, other natural disaster, Yellowstone, supervolcano, whatever goes off. Natural disaster type situation, I would try to help those around me. That's part of my belief about why we have food storages, not just to help ourselves and our families and our MAG, our team, our tribe, but to help our neighbors and our immediate community. But we have to be careful about that because we don't want to give up all of our preps and then end up starving to death ourselves, because that won't do anybody any good, because those people you helped, you can only help so much, and then they'll starve, and then you'll starve, and then everybody will die. So, or, like I said, face potential threats. So this is going to be a very difficult situation we're going to face in an event. Like I said, it depends on the event, so it depends on our immediate reaction. You know, if my neighbor comes over and says, "Hey man, I need help," or "I forgot to go to the grocery store, can you hook me up until we get a chance to go do this," or something like that. That's a little bit different, you know, because a natural disaster is a temporary SHTF. It's a temporary, oh crap, it's, you know, it's all hitting the fan because, you know, some natural disaster. And we know that's temporary. You know, we'll recover from it fairly quickly. It's not complete and utter, like, total collapse, which is, a lot of times I have to remind myself to bring myself back in. I think along the lines of worst case scenario, you know, total collapse, WROL, long-term WROL situation. Because I think that's where we'll end up. But there's so many different personal SHTFs or temporary SHTFs that can happen along the way before we get to total and utter collapse type situation scenario. So we have to think about how we're going to be compassionate towards others in those times. Those are the times where we can be. We can definitely afford to be so much more helpful and compassionate to others and giving and loving. Because in a lot of situations we won't be able to be like that. It'll be so difficult. It'll be very, very, very difficult. I am not looking forward to that whatsoever, turning people away. Especially people you feel for. Older people, younger people, mothers, you know. That's going to be a very, very difficult situation. I do not look forward to that. So I'm saying people don't realize, I think some people have this glorified picture of SHTF and, oh, I'm just going to go up in the mountains and live, and we're going to live off the land and hunt and all this stuff like that. Man, I've been to a lot of places in the world, and I'm not saying during SHTF, but a lot of places I've been is WROL, that's for sure, without rule of law. The strongest become the rule of law, whether it be warlords or military forces. You know, it's somebody becomes rule of law. But there's a lot of situations where it's horrible. Trust me, you don't want to go there. Prepare for it, but don't look forward to it, please. And like I always say, we prepare out of peace of mind, not out of fear. So don't fear it either. Be aware of it. This channel is all about empowering you guys, strengthening you guys, getting you guys to think. So think about this. Think about compassion. And try not to go either direction too hardcore. Don't turn off compassion. Don't just be this hardcore a-hole, I'm turning everybody away. No, go away, you know. Because, you know, there's some good people out there that may need our help. And this is why we prepare. So we need to be kind and giving at appropriate times when we can. And could that put us at risk, even if we think it's okay to give? Yes, it could put us at risk. That's why, I don't know if I talk about it enough. I should talk about it more. Producing your own calories. You know, garden, animals, chickens for eggs and meat. This guy was going over and then decided not to right in front of me. Okay, so here we are back, and I'm still alive. Whether it be, you know, cows, goats, sheep, whatever you guys, you know, some people want to keep meat, rabbits, turkeys, whatever it is. Hydroponics with the tilapia and stuff like that. You know, that's some people like that. Or if you have a pond or a lake, fish. You can raise your own fish. I'm not talking about just fishing wild fish. That's an option though too. But production of your own calories will enable you to be more compassionate, more giving. Because if you're meeting all your own needs, which is very difficult, people think they're closer than they actually are until they do it. I'm not even close. Not even close to producing all our own calories. I mean, yeah, so far from that. We're not on our homestead full time or bug out location either. And that's our ultimate goal, yes. And that'll be awesome once we get there and we fix that. But if you're producing your own calories, you have your own inputs taken care of, at least to a major extent, where you're not using much of your food storage, then you'll be in a much better place to show compassion, to give to others. And I think that's really important. So let's strive to get there. Let's do our caloric production. Let's get our gardens in. During this winter time, this is time where we can be, you know, building more raised beds in preparation for next growing season. This is time where we can be building greenhouses. And if you have the ability to build greenhouses and have heated greenhouses, then you can start growing now. That's the ultimate. That's what I'm going to be working on really soon, is the ability to start growing year-round. So think about these things, please. You know, I just want to empower you. I'm not sitting here preaching to you, telling you got to do this, you got to do that, or you're going to die in SHTF. I want to get you guys thinking for yourselves. Think about these scenarios. Be aware of them is the biggest thing. And just prepare ourselves to be the best people we can. So I love you guys so much. I hope you guys are enjoying the channel, the content. If you're not subscribed and you want to, please, by all means, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're not notified. Please comment below. I love comments. I try to stay really engaged with you guys. Hit the thumbs up. That always helps. Last I looked, we're 624 subscribers, so we're doing pretty well. It's pretty steady, kind of levels off, slows down a little bit, speeds up a little bit, but all in all, we're doing really well. Team AP's rocking. We're getting a lot of good comments, a lot of good conversations in the comment section. It's awesome. I'm having fun. Patreon is picking up. I'm getting more content out there. So if you guys want to check that out, in the banner over top of my YouTube channel, you'll see up in the right-hand corner, there will be a little link. It just says Asymmetric Preparedness Patreon or AP Patreon, whatever it says, I forget. Check that out. $1 a month, it's worth it. And I'm putting out, I'm starting to be more regular there. Only have 3 patrons, so it's just starting out. So it's just kind of starting to get content there. I'll be putting out more and more content there, better content. So if you guys feel so inclined, check it out. If not, don't, and just enjoy the content here. I'll still be putting out good content here. I'm not going anywhere. I love you guys. Have a great day, and blessings to you and yours.